Have a look at the position on the board. It's white to play, and black has just played rook on e to d8. So what sort of move would you play? You can pause the video if you want to, or if you want to just have a look briefly and have a look at what the first thing you would play in this position is. And there is a point to this, which I'm going to get to in a minute. So this is a position taken from a Karpov game, The Giants of Chess Strategy. The book comes from actually Neil Diamond, which is a good book, and I'll get on to why I actually think there's a very strong case to be made that most chess books are probably a waste of your time. So let's have a look at the solution to this position, if you like. So in actual fact, Karpov played the move, and he's playing Wolfgang Uthman in, it says here, 1973. So in this position, Karpov played g4. Right, so you might ask what the point of g4 is. Well, the point of g4, according to what I can gather anyway, is after the following exchanges, which Karpov knew would make, I don't know how, white can play f3, and then when the bishop is kicked to g6, take control of the 7th rank. Right, with the idea being that in the game you can push with these pawns, take over the 7th rank, and then challenge f7. Right, so that concept, I think you can look at that on two levels. One, while that's an amazing concept, Karpov's a genius player, and the deep level of strategy that goes into that. And the second point, which is the main point I'm making, it's just not practical for the vast majority of players to be sort of studying this stuff because it's just too hard, right? This is not why the vast majority of people are losing chess games, right? They're not losing chess games, and I'm talking about players rated 1,000 to 2,000, for instance. Like those players are not, and myself included in that bracket, losing chess games because you're missing G4 and this deep set of strategy. What I think there's a case to be made that there are a lot of good chess books out there, without a doubt. They're well written, they're well researched. They're written by professional players and grandmasters and things like that. But I think there's a very strong case to be made that the vast majority of chess books out there are not suited to sort of 1,000 to 2,000 rated players, or below that even, because they're just too hard. Obviously, there are books targeted at the lower rated player, and I'm talking more like strategy books, like things like books that I've recommended before. Simple Chess, Michael Seen. That's an excellent book. It's a good primer on strategy, for example, and there are good tactics books out there and things like that. And there are good annotated game collections. I've done another video on what books I'd recommend. I'll put that above. But my argument is not for those books. My argument is like for the fact that there are just too many complicated chess books out there, that the books are absolutely fine if they hit the right audience. And I believe that most people, I'm studying these things before in the past when I was studying chess. This book, for example, Test Your Positional Play, How You Should Think in Chess, 30 positions, lots of deep plans and ideas. And it's a good book, well put together, well researched, but it's just not practical. What I believe you need instead is lots and lots of positions and solutions and minimal textual information. I just believe get a pattern, position, solution, position, solution, position, solution. So there are loads of tactical books out there that do that. My own Common Chess Patterns has done that, hopefully successfully. People said that, they've had good success with that, which is absolutely fantastic. In terms of positional stuff, I don't think there's much out there. And I think actually what this kind of the chess intermediate world needs is a massive book of positional patterns where you get a position and you get a solution, position, a solution, and you don't even need much textual analysis. So I've done 3 videos. Now, one video with 4 positions in, which I did earlier, so I'll put that in the link at the end. So that's the sort of thing I'm talking about. I haven't got time to sort of write a positional book, but what I am doing is putting a few of those puzzles I've done in the other video, at the end of this video. And because going to go into Common Chess Patterns too, hopefully. But anyway, one book I would recommend that does have quite a lot of positions and minimal sort of information is the Ray Cheng Practical Chess Exercises, I believe it is, yeah. And then there are 600 positions in that book, and it's about a 50-50 split between tactical ones and positional ones, probably slightly more tactical ones, actually. But that's a good book, and that's written by an amateur player as well. And I think what the world needs is more of these sort of positions, more of these, and you can do it online. Yeah, I suppose there's some courses on Chessable that have positional drills in. I'm not sure. I've not really looked. But my main point is here. I think if you're studying like I did and wasting lots of time going over Karpov's best games and things like that, when he makes a small knight maneuver on b1 and bangs the knight around the board like 18 times to find a small outpost to win with a slight edge, it's probably too advanced, right? Like for you if you're an intermediate player. And even though you can appreciate on one level, like you can appreciate, like higher level sort of poetry or things like that. I don't know, but I think in terms of actual your improvements as a player, I don't think it really is going to contribute that much. I think what you need is lots of patterns, lots of positions. And for example, this book that I took on holiday with me, it's quite heavy as well. Uh, Giants of Chess Strategy book I took on holiday, read about halfway through. There's about 4 positions from, a good dense bit of reading that I thought, oh yeah, that's quite useful, right? So I maybe would import those 4. Actually, when I've looked back over those 4, I found 2. So 2's not really good value out of one book, 2 positions. So that's my argument. Feel free to disagree. Feel free to agree. I don't mind. I don't care. My main point though is I would just say be careful if you are studying heavy textbooks because you could be wasting your time. And really, what you need to be doing and what I need to be doing as well, because I'm going to maybe get back into chess again. I don't know. Is find easier positional stuff. And maybe you get that more from your own games. Play a blitz game, play a rapid game, look back over it. Oh, I missed this positional concept and put that into Chessable. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to look at. All right, so let me know what you think and goodbye. Take care.